5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Deducter bringing you set 1 of STX Seoul versus Woongjin Stars. Today we have Shuttle playing for STX as the purple Protoss at the 11 o'clock position, and we have Light as the blue Terran playing for Woongjin at the 5 o'clock position on the map Beltway. Both players excellent players, I would say, in Pro League, while Shuttle more of a mediocre player. Light, however, interestingly enough, he's not very good against Protoss. He's only 45% against Protoss. It is his weakest matchup. Shuttle, on the other hand, 48% against Terran. He's okay. Usually, he also does decently well in Pro League. So here's hoping for an exciting match between these two players. I am a little curious as to why Light seems so weak against Protoss. Truthfully, I have not seen many of his versus Protoss games. It's just his anti-Zerg play is always impressive to watch. So let us hope here for a good matchup. Perhaps Light's issue is that he is not nearly as good at defending against Protoss type attacks. That, I think, is critical in TVP. If the Terran can push out effectively and not get their initial armies destroyed by a Protoss maneuver, they usually end up doing okay. We have a gateway now down for Shuttle. He's sending his probe to scout. This is cross-map position. It looks like Shuttle might be checking for proxies in the middle, or maybe that is just the path that his scouting probe is taking. Regardless, nothing out of the ordinary coming from Light. Shuttle is going to scout Light second. Light has elected not to send the scout out for now. I still think it is wise for players to scout early in general. I think that is something that separates some of the best players from the more mediocre players. On the other hand, Light is a good player, so I'm sure he has his reasons. Now the scout going out for Light. Now we have Shuttle, and Light is going to run into each other, it looks like here. Interestingly enough, Shuttle sort of hiding his probe a bit in that little cul-de-sac. He couldn't have seen Light's SEV, I don't think. So I'm not quite sure why he's hiding his probe there. In theory, unless he really did see the SEV, I don't know. Maybe that's the case. He's just hiding his probe there. Oh no, he's put on a pylon. This is going to be some proxy action. But unfortunately for Shuttle, his issue is that is sort of, I would say that's a very dangerous position to actually put your proxy. It looks like he's going for Dark Templar. Is that where he's going to put the Templar archives? If so, he's going to be in trouble, because that tech is dangerously close to Light's main base. On the other hand, maybe this will work out perfectly for Shuttle as well, because that's probably the last place Light would check for a proxy. He must be thinking, okay, if this guy Shuttle is going to proxy me, and it looks like Light is scouting a bit in the middle. He must be thinking he also sort of is going to scout Shuttle last, so this is not going to be good for Light at all. He needs to get the scout into Shuttle's main base to see the missing buildings there. Players know exactly how many pylons there should be, and there's a gateway going down in the proxy position and a Templar archive going down. The main base for Shuttle. Good job, Shuttle. If you put the Templar archives here, I fear it would be very dangerous, and there are 2 gateways going down. He's committing fully to this. Hopefully, Shuttle's got a Dragoon on his ramp, because if Light scouts this, it is pretty much GG. I can put down engineering bay, and then, if necessary, get a bunker to defend. Do whatever is necessary to stop this owing rush. There we have a Zealot for Shuttle blocking the ramp. Hopefully Light smells something, though. He is sending his vultures scouting around the map. But the thing is, in that little cul-de-sac, even if Light suspects a proxy at the cul-de-sac, he may not scout the one closest to his base, because he figured, no way Shuttle would be that bold. I mean, that is sort of the ultimate risk to take there. Let's see, though, this vulture may very well scout it, and it turns out Light is going to scout this. No! Terrible move by Shuttle. Well, in hindsight, it's a terrible move. It wasn't obvious at all. It turns out Light did scout the little cul-de-sac. And now he's got Marines over there. He's going to execute that pylon. Hopefully, the 2 Dark Templar will be able to pop out. If not, Shuttle this is basically GG. 1 Dark Templar comes out, and the Dark Templar going to pick up 1 of the Marines. Is there another Dark Templar? No! There needs to be a pylon set up. This is the danger. of setting up your proxy in this location, you risk losing critical powering buildings. Fortunately for Shuttle, he has one Dark Templar at least. He's going to be able to kill a few of these SCVs, and this Dragoon is going to be able to disrupt some of the Vulture mines. Oh, unfortunately, the Dark Templar getting taken out by mines there. Critical loss here for Shuttle. Hopefully, he's got a second pylon warping. Interesting fact to note that the units that are built like 80% finished or whatever percent is finished in the pylon is in the gateway rather is restarted at that position. It doesn't start from the beginning. Unfortunately for Shuttle, he is not sending unit there to build a pylon, so his two gateways are a completely worthless investment. Now we have Light pushing out with Vultures all over the place. At least for Shuttle, he's managed to stop the expansion for Light, but no chance he's going to be able to push up the main. I don't know. I'm not sure that was the best location to proxy, frankly. I think he could have gotten nearly as much done if he had picked a further position away to put down his proxy, because the Marines wouldn't be able to get there in time. Now we have Light coming out with Vultures, but Light is not pushing up the ramp with these Vultures. He's probably going to use some mines to clear out this Dragoon, I would imagine. No, he's backing up for now. So Light not able to really do the damage he wanted to do in the counterattack. There was a reasonably good opportunity for him there, but now the game has somewhat even up here. Light not able to get up this ramp. I mean, he couldn't do it when there was one Dragoon. Why did he think he could do it with two? Light is building SCVs, at least from both his command centers, and he is going to be able to re-establish mining over his natural very soon. On the other hand, Shuttle, using that Dark Templar pick off a mine. Good job there. Very nice move. 9 kills on that Dark Templar. What has it been killing during this time? Must have killed quite a few SCVs in the main. I do know he snuck a second one, built all the way from his main base over to Light's base, and still managed to do damage. This is what I mean. If he had built the proxy at a different location, it probably would have been GG for Light. He did not have his engineering bay building or his academy. The only thing he could use was mines to defend. I think Shuttle would have won. As it stands, I think Light is in prime position now. He has a good advantage over Shuttle. Shuttle's economy is not doing too well. He doesn't have many units on the field. He really only has that Dark Templar that's a significant asset for him. Light already has 2 tanks, 2 Marines. He's going to be able to re-establish mining very soon at his natural. And then he's going to be able to, I think, defeat Shuttle with superior economy. So that Dark Templar survives. A good job by Shuttle. Moving away is probably going to come in, try to pick away here at the SCVs and Blame Mining. Unfortunately, the second scan is ready. Hopefully, Shuttle actually has built like another. Oh, that's clever. Two SATCOMs, so there's actually probably another scan ready for Light. Never mind, I was just thinking maybe if Shuttle had another Dark Templar, he could sneak in and this time do damage. However, there are 4 Vultures and 2 tanks there. These Dragoons shouldn't be able to do too much. Siege mode already up for Light. These Dragoons need to back off before they get obliterated here. And wisely, the Dragoons do fall back. There are 4 tanks out now for Light. This is what I mean. Light's economy is in excellent position. Shuttle only getting his Nexus up now. He's not going to have the troops to stop Light, I fear. And his rush really did not accomplish what he had hoped to. If only things were different. Shuttle, I would imagine he saw that SCV with the probe. Or something that he must have known that Light's base was there at the 5 o'clock, I would imagine. Otherwise, I mean, the only logical reason for putting the proxy in that location is maybe it's one of those very strong bluffs. Unfortunately, Light scouted there first, ironically. The other thing is, of course, very close distance. But that is certainly a double-edged sword there. I feel if he had put the proxy down somewhere a bit more remote, those Marines and the Vulture, for instance, wouldn't have been able to kill the pylon. He would have been able to flood Light space with Dark Templar and probably win the game, if not at least cripple Light much more significantly. So, as it stands, Light's economy is doing well. He's got tanks, Vultures, he's put down some mines all over the map. Or at least he's starting to put down mines over the map. He's trying to do some harassment, picking off the probe, setting up a Nexus at the 12 o'clock position, or going to set up the Nexus rather. So, Light doing